like our body is a Mona Lisa. It's an art. It's a portrait. It's a canvas. And as we begin to work inside and out, sometimes the artist procrastinates. You know, like you said, you didn't make a decision to change your life up until 24. And that's soon for most people. Most people don't do it till 40 or 50, till they get the heart disease, till they get high blood pressure, till they get diabetes. And I remember listening to someone talking about the painter who actually did paint Mona Lisa. And he procrastinated up until the point where his creativity got much better to be able to paint that portrait. A lot of times you're struggling with getting your health down, and you like, okay, I'm gonna do it next week, I'm gonna do it next year, I'm gonna do it in 3 years, I'm gonna do it on my birthday, and it doesn't happen. That's giving you time to kind of learn more, you know, to fail more. And what advice could you give someone out there who feels like, man, I know I'm hearing this great knowledge from you, but for me, it's just, I can never do it, you know, like, what can you say to them, you know? What can you say to them?
Most people, they tiptoe their way through life, hoping to make it safely to death. And they're on their deathbed and they're like, man, I should have never procrastinated. I should have taken more chances. I should have done this. So how do you prevent that from happening to you? Well, nobody is a procrastinator, first of all. You're not a procrastinator. I'm not a procrastinator. We have the habits of procrastinating. So it's a big difference. So if you change your habits, you change your life. Like the secret to your future and everybody's future who's watching this is hidden in our daily routines. So how do you get started? That's what you want to ask. Right? How do you where do I start? How do I get started?
How do I?
Well, you surround yourself with people who are doing the things that you want to do. So for me, I surrounded myself with other personal trainers, other health coaches, other entrepreneurs who are making an impact and creating in this world. You know, the abundance is our birthright. There's so much abundance out there. So you surround yourself with people who are going to help you go places. And it's tough because when you do that, that means you got to cut people out of your life that are not going places. Or spend less time with them.
Or your happy hour friends.
Or your happy hour friends, and it's tough because, you know, you have people that you love, but they're just not, you know, they don't want to do the things that you're doing. So you limit your time with them. I wouldn't say you have to cut them out of your life completely, but you limit your time with them and you spend more time with people who are doing the things you want to do. So I would say find people that are doing the thing you want to do, whatever field it is. Study them, try to network with them, learn from them, read their book, watch their YouTube videos, and motivation is like taking a shower. You need it every single day. Right? Read books every single day, watch YouTube videos every single day, watch interviews like this every single day. Surround yourself with people like Edward who are trying to grow himself and get better and learn from others. Like that's the key to making long-term progress.
Right. And it's all about learning. Life is a lesson. Everything you learn. Like you go to today, you could literally sit down and write down, what did I learn today? Be like, oh, I actually did learn something today. You know, I learned to take better care of myself. I learned to wake up earlier because if I don't, I'm gonna miss work. And if I miss work, you know, just one chance of me getting fired.
Right.
So in a series of learning, I've seen that you've really taken that to a different level. I don't know your library, but I've seen you around a lot of books. So have you been an avid reader, and like when did you start doing that?
I study 3 hours every single day.
3 hours.
No matter what.
So you're in deep.
Yeah, I'm in deep. I love it. Books changed my life. Books saved my life. When I was 24 years old, when I went through that breakup, I was depressed and I had suicidal thoughts. I was in a low rock bottom place, right? But the great thing about hitting rock bottom is that it gives you a springboard to launch from. So as low as I was down there, I knew I could go the same way back up. So I started reading books at that moment in my life. Up until then, high school, college, I hated reading, dude. I freaking despised it. I just did it to pass my classes. You know, I'm sure you could relate to that, but
I can relate.
Once I started reading books that were in line with what I wanted to accomplish, it opened up a whole new world. And I fell in love with it. I fell in love with studying. So it's been so impactful to me. I don't think I know that I would not be where I am and where I'm going if it wasn't for that fact that I read every day and I've learned from people. And the great thing, like you said, it's great to fail and make mistakes and learn from it, right?
Yeah.
It's good to do that.
Yeah.
But what's even better is to learn from other people who are successful and their mistakes so you don't make those mistakes. And that's what books do for you. Autobiographies are so great, like Shoe Dog by the owner of Nike.
Yeah. So give me some, well, your 5 top.
That's my favorite
books.
autobiography.
Shoe Dog?
Yeah, Shoe Dog by, I forgot his name now, but the guy who invented Nike.
Yeah.
His story is incredible. You want to hear about persistence or read about persistence? Like, he was nonstop. Being sued, having people not believe in him. He just never gave up. Now look at Nike.
Yeah.
They're world class. They're world class.
World class.
Now, other books, Think and Grow Rich, that's the one that you're going to probably hear a lot about.
Yeah.
That's the classic, but that's a book that
I've heard it 1,000 times.
Yeah, and that book you should definitely read. I recommend it.
I read it and I listened to audio tape. I've listened to audio tape like consecutively every day.
That's what I was gonna say.
All the time.
I acknowledge you for that. That's wonderful, dude, because that's something you want to listen to or read for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like, keep going. Now, I've read hundreds and hundreds of books, but one book that I've read, or I should say listened to every single month for the last 19 months is Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. Have you heard of that book?
Yeah, I've heard of Grant Cardone, but I have not heard of that book.
Yeah, that's it's in my top 5 all time, and it came out just about 2 years ago or so. But that book, it should be the next book you read.
I'm gonna put that down.
Yeah, every single month I listen to it.
Well, after your book.
Yeah, after my book. But listen to it. You listen to Audible.
Yeah.
So listen to that book on Audible because he reads it and he goes off script and that book is phenomenal. So that's going to be in terms of like self-development.
Yeah.
Those are going to be the great books. In terms of health, my book is a great book that's basic and kind of just bite-sized nuggets for you to just digest. And The Ultimate Guide to Fasting, The Complete Guide to Fasting is a great book too.
So, speaking of fasting.
Yeah.
So what is your take on fasting? Because a lot of people hear it and be like, man, I don't do that. I'm gonna go hungry. I'm gonna starve. I'm gonna die. I can't do it. So is fasting the most important thing we should start doing? Or what's your suggestion on that?
Yeah, well, it's a tool. It's a powerful tool. Just like a chainsaw is powerful and it could get the job done, so could fasting, right? But same the way a chainsaw could be deadly and harmful, so could fasting. So there's many different ways to do fasting. There's intermittent fasting. There's block fasting, which is like prolonged fasting. Yeah. But the biggest myth out there is that if you don't eat, you're gonna go into this starvation mode. Not only is that wrong, it's the complete opposite that happens. The body is so intelligent. The entire reason, the 100% entire reason we store body fat is so we can have energy and fuel for when there's no food coming in.
Yeah.
Our hunter and gatherer ancestors had to fast. Otherwise, they would be dead. Otherwise, we would be dead. We wouldn't exist if it wasn't for this wonderful thing, this wonderful process of storing body fat, right? So when you're not eating, you just tap into your body fat, right? So that's true health, having what I call metabolic flexibility. When you're eating food, you're gonna store your sugar in your liver as a glycogen, right? If you fast and exercise, you're gonna deplete that, which is good, and then your body's gonna go and tap into your fat stores. So you're gonna have that metabolic flexibility. Now, most people are not efficient, so they're gonna go into something called gluconeogenesis, where they start burning a little bit of protein. They feel miserable because they haven't taught their body to be fat adapted. But once you learn how to be fat adapted and you teach your body to go a period of time without eating food, it's incredible. So many incredible things start happening when you fast. Your body is literally pumping you full of energy. It thinks it needs to help you find food and find that next meal. So it's gonna give you energy, it's gonna help with your brain health, it's gonna help you hone in on your whatever task you're doing, and that could go on and on and on, but it's a powerful tool.
Okay, so in the next couple of minutes, I'm gonna ask you a few health questions and we're gonna go back to your story and then we're gonna close it off because I know you're a busy guy. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. I'm gonna give you a minute to answer them, and you're gonna give me a minute question.
Cool.
So, and these are some questions that you posed that I've gotten from you. So, what is the difference between a vegan and a ketogenic diet?
Yeah, a vegan is an individual who eats 100% plant-based items, right?
Yeah.
So you are not eating any animal products. That means no eggs, no chicken, no beef, not even honey.
Yeah.
Because honey, if you want to be a strict vegan, you don't even have honey.
Yeah.
A ketogenic diet is a diet that's very high in healthy fats, like 70% plus healthy fats. Typically, you're not a vegan if you're ketogenic. It's hard to do both.
Yeah.
You could do both, but it's hard. But that's going to be a lot of fats, low carbs, and moderate to low protein. Ketogenic is.
So are we doomed by our own genetics? Is this something innately, like I just can't lose weight because my metabolism is all screwed up and I have, all my parents were fat, so I'll be fat for the rest of my life. Are we doomed by that?
No, we're not doomed by that. And people will think they're doomed by that. They think that because heart disease ran in their family, they're going to get heart disease, or cancer ran in the family, they're going to get cancer. We have much more control over our future than we think, because we are dealt a set of genes, which we cannot change our genes, but we could change the expression of those genes, something called epigenetics. So with your diet and lifestyle and mental health and even stress levels, internal, external stress levels, if you manage that, you follow all the principles that I put in my book that we talk about in this interview, you are going to express the good genes and you're not going to express the bad genes. So you have control over which genes you express. But if you smoke and if you're not exercising, if you have bad habits, you're going to express the bad genes, and then you will be susceptible to those diseases. So it's up to you. You know, you have control. We all have control.
What are the top unhealthiest things we should stay away from? Top things we should just not consume daily.
Yeah, vegetable oils are the most detrimental thing to the health of Americans. So vegetable oils are going to be corn oil, like canola oil, cottonseed oil, soybean oil, which you find in most places, by the way. If you go to restaurants and they fry things, it's fried in that. And I tell you what,
because it's cheaper.
It's cheaper, yeah, exactly. But they cause a massive amount of inflammation. They mess with your mitochondrial health, your cell membranes. They cause low energy levels. They cause disease. And if I had the decision, the choice, I should say, between eating cooked vegetable oils every single day or smoking a cigarette every single day, I would smoke the cigarette every single day.
Wow.
And I don't believe in smoking. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
But that's least dangerous
than smoking.
So smoking is least dangerous than eating the vegetable oils.
Wow.
I would say eating the vegetable oils causes more havoc with your health than smoking.
So what's your take on bread, dairy, flour? So should we minimize those?
Yeah, definitely. Bread, yeah, you should minimize. I mean, it depends on what your goals are, of course. Sourdough bread, like natural, real sourdough bread that's been fermented, is one of the best ones out there. But like whole wheat bread is not healthy. You know, whole wheat bread spikes your insulin, which is your fat storage hormone, the same amount of a 12-ounce soda.
Yeah.
So if people think, oh, I'm gonna eat 2 slices of whole wheat bread, I'm good, and they're spiking their insulin and storing fat, and they can't figure out why they can't lose weight. So I would say in moderation for the grains, but healthy fats should be the bulk of your diet.
Okay, so do you believe that we should stop eating meat, or should we just have a healthier balance? Because this is a question everybody asks. I can't stop eating meat. Like, or What the Health? What do you take on that documentary? What the Health?
I thought What the Health was a great documentary. The way they did it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like you're in this business, so you probably could appreciate the way they did it.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
So that was like top, grade 10, like 1 through 10. Now the information was really bad and flawed, and the science is not good. If you actually look at the research, a lot of it's not good. I love the message of eating more whole foods and less processed. I'm good with that. But to say everybody should be vegan, that's just bad information. So I'm not a fan of that aspect about the documentary. But what was the original question about?
Should we focus on not eating meat?
Oh, right. No, I don't think so. But you want to really get quality meat. There's a company called Butcher Box, which you could get grass-fed and grass-finished beef if you eat beef. You could get like wild-caught fish and really healthy, organic, top-of-the-line meats and fish. But if you're eating like caged meat, caged animals, like you're contributing to the torture of all these animals and all these pigs and all these chickens. So I would say it depends on where you're getting your stuff from. But if you eat high quality and moderation, I think it's fine.
So high quality foods equals a high quality life.
That's right.
And speaking of quality, what's the right exercise that we should do? Should it be CrossFit? Should it be Tai Chi? Should it be functional training? Should it be plyometrics? What is it?
Yeah. Well, functional is definitely the way to go, and that could be CrossFit. It could be whatever that you choose to do. That's going to be realistic for you to do for the rest of your life, or long term, I should say. The problem with type 2 diabetes is that too much insulin. So too many carbs, eating too frequently. I would say number 1, stop snacking. Like we don't need snacks. Like eating 6 times a day goes against the way we were designed to be. Think about it. Our ancestors didn't wake up and have just snacks available to them all the time. They had to go and find their food. So we're going against Mother Nature, and Mother Nature always wins. It finds a way. So I would say breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's fine. Snacks in between, get rid of them. You don't need a snack. Nobody needs to snack. You're not going to rev up your metabolism. That's a myth. You're actually going to mess with your hormones, and you're going to gain more weight because you're just constantly spiking insulin. Mm-hmm. So that brings me to breakfast. I think breakfast is the dumbest meal of the day. I think it's the most dangerous meal of the day, not the most important meal of the day. And I'm not talking for kids here. I'm talking about anybody who's an adult, 18 and above, that you should not eat breakfast. Or if you do eat breakfast, it should be protein, fat, and fiber, nothing that's too carb-rich, too heavy, because it goes against our ancestors, the way we're hardwired. They didn't wake up, come out of the cave, and just have Kellogg's or Frosted Flakes available to them, right? So that's why I say intermittent fasting is great. And you have three of the biggest influencers in the history of mankind, in the history of this world, I should say. Yeah. Jesus Christ, the Prophet Muhammad, and Buddha. And they didn't agree on a lot of things, but they agreed on one thing. Do you know what it was? What they agreed on?
The one thing that they...
Yeah, what do they all agree on? Anybody know? Is it Jesus Christ, Muhammad, and Buddha. What do they all agree on?
Peace and love?
Peace and love is one of them, but what I'm going for is fasting.
Fasting, yeah, that's true.
They all agreed on the power of fasting, right? So then you have Tony the Tiger saying, no, you have to eat breakfast. You have to eat every 2 hours. So are you going to believe Tony the Tiger, or are you going to believe Jesus Christ? Right? It's like, it's ridiculous. So I think breakfast is stupid to summarize.
Tony the Tiger or Jesus Christ? Yeah. That's a good question.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think most people are going to believe Tony the Tiger because Tony was branded more than Jesus.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah, exactly. They're great. So yeah, I think breakfast should be, be smart about breakfast. It shouldn't be a carb-loaded meal.
And like, isn't that the instance where you kind of break the fast that you should have been doing, for the last 12, 16 hours or so?
Yeah, so
to replenish your cells?
That's what breakfast means. You're breaking the fast. So you could break the fast later on in the day.
Yeah. So I found it so much better. It's better for my pockets, better for like my time. I don't have to worry about eating breakfast in the morning. It's more energy for me too. Like I feel it's way better to do that. Some people can't. Some people have a more active lifestyle. But I have an active lifestyle, so there's really no excuse.
Yeah, anybody can do intermittent fasting. Yeah. The only people who shouldn't probably do it is anybody who has like a history of an eating disorder. Yeah. Because that might be an issue. If you're a woman who is or anybody who is underweight, you probably shouldn't do it. Yeah. Pregnant women shouldn't do it. Breastfeeding. So anybody else could try it. It's a powerful tool, dude.
It's a powerful tool.
Like you said, you save money, you save time. You don't have to worry about your next meal. Yeah. And you just crush your day. I crush my day, dude.
So that's what we're gonna go into and finish the day. Like, you're a fitness entrepreneur. This is the most powerful thing to be. I think fitness entrepreneurs are so needed in our world today because one major issue that's not being looked upon is health. And our health is deteriorating. How have you become to use your impact as a fitness entrepreneur, and how are you planning to use that to change the world? I said you said you want to impact 1 billion people. How so? What is your vision with that message?
Yeah, well, my book, it's all started with this book to get in front of more people, to extend my reach, to do more interviews like this, get in front of your audience, different audiences. Be on podcast, and I'm writing my next book. So this book came out on December 14th.
Yeah, tell us about the book.
Yeah, this book came out on December 14th. It became an Amazon bestseller, #1 in the world, within the first 12 hours.
Wow.
And I was super proud of that. Every week I get messages and emails from people who have been reading it from, I don't even know these people, but they read my book and they resonated with it. So it's really great. And I'm happy about that. And in my next book, I already started writing it. It's called Health is Wealth, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Perfect Health. And it's going to be a bigger book. And that one's going to be a New York Times bestseller. It's going to be at all airports. There's no doubt in my mind about that. That's going to be how I get in front of people. Speaking in front of tens and thousands of audiences and sharing my message and just not letting anything stop me. And the only thing that can stop me is me.
The only thing that can stop you is you.
My self-limiting beliefs.
That's 100% true. And if you're an entrepreneur out there and wondering, how do I have impact? I think it's first, have a driver, have something that's pushing you to want to do this in the first place. And you said one thing that happened to you is not only your life, but how it impacted somebody really close to your heart. And then now you're like, man, I have to do something. So how do we begin to, as people in the fitness industry, because you're not impacting just the person who's overweight, you're impacting the fitness entrepreneur. What advice can you give to them, the fitness entrepreneur?
Yeah, so the fitness entrepreneur, I would say, just get out of your own head.
Get out your own head.
You know, you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are.
Yeah.
So whatever you want to accomplish, if you're saying in your head, you're never going to do that, or you're not good enough, then you're right. But if you're saying, I'm going to get this done, there's no doubt, this is already considered done, I got this, you're also right. So whether you believe it or you don't believe it, like whatever it is that you feed yourself on a daily basis, your subconscious mind is going to accept it. It cannot reject anything that you feed it. So I would say just get out of your own way.
Thank you, brother. With that being said, I want you to say one thing to the audience. The one thing I always say is I want you to leave a message to someone out there. It could be an entrepreneur, it could be a single mother, a young kid like here in college. What is one thing you could tell them to urge them to start on achieving a better mind, a better body, a better nutrition, a better life? Yeah. And, you know, whatever is that message you want to share it with them.
I would say that my book is called Perfect Health, the Perfect Health booklet. Perfect Health is getting your body to function the way that we were designed to function. Our creator, whether you believe in God, the universe, Mother Nature, love, whatever it is you believe in, you were created, I was created, we were all created to thrive, to make an impact. And we're not created for sickness and disease. We're not created to just survive, we're created to thrive. So get your body to thrive. Get your body back in balance. Fix your hormones, fix your mindset. It is the holistic approach. And it all starts with your mind. It all starts right here. So get your mind right. Surround yourself with people who are gonna take you to where you wanna go. Study people who are doing the things you wanna do. Read my book. Surround yourself with Edward. Hang out with Edward, learn from him, grow with him, and you're gonna be in the right direction. You're gonna be on the right path, and just don't let anything get in your way.
Can you tell them how they could contact you, find more information about your book and social media and everything?
Yeah, you could get my book on Amazon. Type in The Perfect Health Booklet by Ben Azadi. My Instagram is the Ben Azadi, and on Facebook you just look me up, Ben Azadi, and shredfat.com if you want to learn more about health coaching. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I do have a health coaching platform that I do worldwide, so that could be found shredfat.com.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah, boss.
That was very information-packed, you know, and not only information-packed, but I think it was an inspiring message that everyone needs to hear. Everyone, and not just hearing this stuff, but taking one thing out of this interview that you can apply tomorrow, that you can apply the next hour, the next minute, the next second. And it all starts with knowing that you're a lot better than your circumstance. You're a lot better than the fat that you have, and that the fat that you have in you is your source of energy to burn and use throughout the day.
That's right.
And you know, it's more about the fat that you have in your head, and that's the thing clogging the mindset that I can't do this, that I can't change my life. And with that being said, I want to close off this interview to remind you that you have the unlimited power, the unlimited potential in you to achieve whatever it is that you want. But first, you have to believe it, and only then can that become a reality. But unless you believe it, the world will forever miss your talents, your gifts, and all the great things that you have to offer. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Unlimited Power Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, share this video. If you're watching this video on Florida Atlantic University, OWL TV network, please tell your friends to watch it. And you let your light shine, don't hide it, don't dim it. Thank you so much, Ben, for being on the show.
My pleasure, brother. Thank you.
You have a good one.